everything is going to hell so fast as guns have been drawn, shots have almost been fired, and the rescue of Pete Yeager is fully on. We are back playing Delta Green. My name is Dan Thompson. I will be your handler for this mission. Welcome to the Danger File!
Hey.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
I want you in my room.
Hey, we got the party back together. That's nice.
Almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
And the timelines have aligned.
Let's see who's
Have the timelines aligned?
I think they might
I
have.
hope so.
They're getting
The
really close.
timelines have aligned on the ley lines, and then everyone can just do their lines.
Well, something to say to the new guys in the group. If you get shotgun to the chest, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, no,
This isn't D&D, you know what I mean?
I was
It's like-
expecting if you get shot, you're shot. Like, you know.
Yeah, and it does real world damage, like literally.
To give you an idea, like how many hit points does one of you guys got? Give us a
13.
16.
Where are the hit
13,
points?
16.
14. I've got 14.
okay. It's so like a rifle does 1d12 damage.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
So for some of you, that could almost kill you in a single shot. Like that's, and if you're talking crits,
Like a real
then-
bullet.
yeah, like a real bullet. Ken.
Yeah.
This is the
Just
kind
like
of game
a
we're
real
playing.
bullet.
Guns don't kill people.
Sanity loss does.
Norman does.
Does anybody, before we dive into this absolute carnage, spoiler free, of course, but is anybody familiar with the TV show True Detective? Does anybody
Yeah.
watch
I've only watched the
little
one
bit of
season.
it?
Just keep wanting to ruin this TV program. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it.
Just the
my
one
God.
season, I'm afraid.
You've only watched the first,
Which is fantastic.
because it's famously kind of. The first season is some of the best telly you watch, and then it goes off the boil a bit to the point that I don't know. The second season is awful. The third season, I don't know anyone who's watched the third season.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
What was it? Was
It
it
was
any-
all right. Yeah, it was better
Okay.
than the second.
So.
Who's in it?
Okay,
Can't remember.
there we go.
Yeah, we go.
Maharasa Ali, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the
Can't remember it.
the fourth season that has just sort of has come out recently with Jodie Foster is so fucking good.
Are they back?
It's back.
Back on the grind.
It's
Very,
back.
very much so.
It is.
If you're a fan of Delta Green, you'll be a fan of this, I think.
It's so in the way that they sort of show kind of sanity loss and exposure to sort of that kind of horror. The way it eats away at their own relationships is a thing that's really like the fact that it's not just them, it's the fact that their relationships and their marriages and everything all just fall. They just become broken people from having to face
it's
this stuff.
absolutely brilliant, and it's it's a lot to do with environment as well. It's a lot to do with environment, the effect that has. It's beautiful.
We should say it's set in Alaska, up in the Arctic Circle. and it's- Alaska. Sorry, I turned it to Bryce, Pete's British son. For a second.
I live in Alaska. I have another word in my diction.
Oh god, Alaska, up in the Arctic Circle, and it's set during the long night, so it's after the sun has set for how
6
30
months,
days a night or whatever.
yeah, which 30 days a night
30
is a shit film. But
Wow, yeah, great comic.
great idea, yeah,
Great
great
comic.
concept. But
Yeah.
That's one with Al Pacino.
no, it's the one with the vampires. Who are
that's terrible.
Who are like,
What's his
it's
face?
night time now. We can attack this town. It's like you must have trekked fucking miles. You haven't got cars.
Yeah.
It was like, how did you get there before there was 30? You do 30 days of night to walk there.
Yeah.
But this is so it means that everything is dark, and it means that everything feels very open because you don't know what's beyond that darkness. We've talked about before, like there's that wall of darkness is so scary because you don't know what's out there. But it also makes it really claustrophobic because everything feels like because all the scenes are just taking place within the torchlight.
And it does some proper detective stuff, which is really, really good. Like they do some genuine detecting stuff, which I
like true detecting.
Well, yes.
Yes.
But
not
like
false
that
detecting.
kind of, like when you watch
No one
a
likes
show
false
where they're
detecting.
like where they're just, you know what I mean. It's so much fun watching their process. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's part like amazing, like sort of watching someone who's really good at their job, like do their job and find shit out, and it's part like watching The Thing. It's fucking brilliant.
Is it like
So
watching Shania and Carragher in early days of Danger Club? Like, cool.
Some proper cop
Cop.
action.
Oh yeah, very good.
But you know how
not cope.
Cope, yeah.
So, patrons, if you know of a Delta Green campaign that's set in Alaska, then who knows? Maybe
Alaska.
season 3 could be set in Alaska.
the because you know. Bless you, James.
Pardon me. What's the cough? I warned you all about.
Bless
We
you.
were well warned. But you know, like we've been watching it at home, and you know how jumpy my dear wife Fee can get on things. She can be a frightened person, and this is, let's make no bones about it, True Detective Season 4 is a very frightening show. I was scared by a lot of it.
Terrifying.
It's proper scary in a really good way. We watched the whole thing. We watched the final episode of it one evening. And just as the credits rolls, just as it finishes, the biggest fucking rat just starts running through the ceiling directly above us. We just see her claws scrabbling on the ceiling right above our heads.
God.
So this thing is just, I don't know if it's like two of them having a fight or one of it is just like going mad directly above us. It's like,
Jeez, that is horrendous. If that had happened in our house, I think Holly would have, like, that would have been it, man.
At least you haven't got
I'd have
mice.
to take it to the hospital.
You know,
take off, nuke it from orbit.
If you've got rats, you
Yeah.
ain't got mice, or vice versa.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it might be a mouse if it's just a big fucking mouse. It's a mouse.
Could be a cat.
Like those Tom and Jerry style when you get like a giant
Yeah.
mouse that comes around the corner and beats up Tom.
So we had to like go through all of the like evening routine, like load the dishwasher, everything like that. It was like, yeah, but neither of us can leave each other's sight while we do this.
Yeah.
We're just going to do this whole thing together.
Like a scene in Aliens. Like,
It was so like that. It was so scary. Oh,
all right,
but
let's have a fact.
let's have a fact, and then let's do
Let's.
things. This fact is awful. We're sticking back to our favourites. Back to our favourite theatre of war for these facts. America versus Japan. Oh, dear. It's the island hopping campaign. We're in the middle of the Second World War. The island hopping campaign is not going well. It's slow going. And the big problem, the big thing that's holding it back for it, is that those damn Japanese will just not surrender. They will fight to the last man. Even when they're beaten, they just will not stop. And it is tough. It is frustrating. We can't stop them down. What the Americans need to bring this down is we need to turn to the murky world of psyops, psychological warfare. What they need is a kind of a method of psychological warfare, something so cunning, something so effective that has never been conceived by humanity before and will cause the Japanese to instantly flee and surrender. What they have instead of that is glow-in-the-dark paint and racism.
Oh yeah.
Now, they go through all the things. America goes through all the things they know about the Japanese, mostly through sort of people who went to Japanese once, by the sound of it. They're like, what do we know about the Japanese? Well, they're a spiritual people. The Japanese believe in the Shinto religion is very powerful. That's part of the empire. They believe in spirits, and there is a thing in Japanese and some the Shinto religion, which James you'll be familiar with, or the aesthetic of at least, called the kitsune.
Yes.
Ghostly foxes that can appear, that can be an omen, and they can be a good omen, they can be a bad omen, but they could be a powerful spiritual omen. Or at least that's what a bunch of dudes on the other side of the Pacific in a boardroom think.
They will also definitely go through your ghost bin.
Yeah.
They'll be in that ghost bin like no one else.
So, here is the plan. What the Japanese are obviously going to be very afraid if they see real life kitsune. It's going to be a bad omen. It's going to tell them they need to stop doing what they're doing, which is defending themselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of balloons. We're going to get these balloons shaped like foxes. We're going to paint them with glow-in-the-dark paint. And we're going to fly them out over the battlefield. And when the Japanese see this, of course, they'll run in terror and they'll surrender. That's the plan. We're going to run glow-in-the-dark
Balloons.
Drummond, you're acting like this is a terrible plan. And you're not wrong. Fortunately, at this point, somebody stepped in and said, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. We cannot have Fox balloons. No one is going to run from a bunch of balloons painted with glow-in-the-dark paint. It's an insane idea. Somebody get me more glow-in-the-dark paint and a load of foxes.
Oh, we're back to animals.
We're back to animals. It's Project Fantasia. The plan was we're going to paint a load of foxes with UV paint. They will be released into Japanese cities before the invasion so that people will see them. But that's not all. We're not going to trust that people are going to see glow-in-the-dark foxes. They might not believe that. So at that point, sleeper agents embedded within the city. The Project Fantasia contains no details about how these agents were going to be recruited or implanted into these cities somehow. Sleeper agents would have been spending days building up to this, whispering to people saying, the ghost foxes are coming. We should heed their warning. It's a sign of the end times. And at the time that the fox was released, they would run through the streets covered in fox urine to enhance the smell and screaming that the end of the world was here and we had to surrender at once. That was the plan. That was Project Fantasia. Couple of problems with it. Using glow-in-the-dark foxes in an island hopping campaign has one big problem, that being the island hopping part of it. Foxes are not known for their ability to island hop, and as we know from episode 1 of this series with Project X-Ray, the US government at this point does not have a great track record with dropping animals out of planes. So the plan is now to dump these foxes over the side of a ship near the island, knowing that they will swim ashore and then run throughout the cities, causing havoc
into the water.
Into the water,
paint already on them,
with the paint on them. So they test this out in the Chesapeake Bay. They take a load of foxes, they paint them with expensive glow-in-the-dark paint. They drop them off the side of this boat, and they have them swim ashore. And do you know what happens when they reach the shore?
They're clean.
Yeah, they're completely clean. All of the paint is washed off.
Just foxes.
They try it. They try it with some better. They spend more money. They develop a more water-resistant paint. They dump some more of them into the Chesapeake Bay. They swim ashore. Some of the paint is there. The foxes then lick themselves clean because foxes, very clean animals.
And then they die?
Fortunately, Colin, at this point, as far as we know, there's no record of the deaths of these foxes.
Well, that's nice.
I mean, there's no record that they don't, but
Yeah.
there is. Now, at this point, unfortunately, Project Fantasia, I'm afraid, is on the ropes due to the fact that it is insane. And definitely won't work, and is largely about just throwing money at dropping foxes into a bay. There is one last ditch effort to prove that the project can work, to prove that it can do this. And to do that, they take a load of foxes, they paint them with glow-in-the-dark paint, and they release them in Central Park. And you know what? It works. 35 glow-in-the-dark foxes scare the absolute bejesus out of the good people of New York as they run around. It makes the papers. It terrifies people. People get scared of Central Park, and and they turn around and they're like, "See?" At which point their funding is pulled and the project is shut down.
So
my favourite part of that is
rave foxes.
There's some fucking random guy, Barry, who's just going to run around covered in piss going, the end times!
Yeah.
And then all the generals are going to go, you know what, we need to surrender. We need to surrender right now because Barry, covered in piss, told us we need to.
Yeah, do you know what? This sleeper agent, I mean, they're going to not... are they shouting in Japanese?
Presumably, presumably they shout in Japanese. I just want the conversation post-war when the kids are like, "Tell us again what you did in the war, Daddy," and he's like, "I ran through the streets of Tokyo covered in fox piss, yelling about the end of the world." Well, I worked on boats, so top secret, can't tell you.
But surely, if it's so powerful and they do it in Central Park, then the United States would have to surrender.
Yeah,
if it's like glow-in-the-dark foxes on mainland America. And also, we famously did not happen. The invasion of Martians, as depicted in Orson Welles' War of the Worlds, did not really happen, but we all know about it anyway. They actually did release ghost foxes in New York and scared loads of people.
Yeah.
But I've never heard about it till now.
I've heard about the papers.
That didn't happen.
There are articles in the papers where it's like, and it's this thing is called Much Affray in the city at that day, and then they just disappeared off, and that was the end of it. But
see, we've so much more to work with now. If it was today, we could have Godzilla, Mothra, and lots of fake Rodans and stuff.
Yeah,
that'll make the Japanese surrender.
I love the jump assumption. It's just like, oh my god, neon foxes. We must surrender.
Yeah.
Like no, that's what we do. We don't hunt the foxes. We don't. Maybe it's an inspiration for more war. No, we must surrender.
No, we must surrender. But what we must not surrender from is this encounter because it's time. It's time to save Pete with Glacier.
Finally.
2 episodes.
It's only been 1 episode.
Well, I mean, 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Never underestimate our power of just
waffling.
To be fair, though, the first one was tough because we couldn't just jump in the car and be like, quick, after him. Like, we literally had no idea where
we
he
didn't
went.
need to stop at the gas station, really, did we?
No, but I needed jerky.
Well, we'd run out of gas, hadn't we?
I mean,
I'm assuming
we
that's
could have
why we
literally
still-
just gone. You fill up with gas and then you go off. Like, but we
I was
chose to
saying
go
that.
in. And
You're right.
I was giving you space to ask questions in the gas station. There's no point now.
I
But if you had, you would have noticed that somebody had purchased all of their bottles of water, and you could have found out it was. You could have pieced together some movements from that. But don't worry,
we
you
go.
had-
If only
Dan.
he'd purchased all of the soup, or then it would have been all right.
None of us are interested in water.
No,
is water.
Smoke some soup.
So let's paint the picture of where we are right now. Pete
Okay.
went missing. The rest of the gang. It's gone off the rails when you start referring to the party as the gang. That's when it's like. That's when you're no longer taking them seriously.
We've reached Scooby-Doo levels. Yeah.
The
It's
agents
always something.
went tracking him, and you went and saw his wife Dawn. He told you about the cabin in the woods where he lived. You went up there. You found he'd felled a tree across the road, so he had to walk. And you went to approach the cabin. Norman has stealthed off into the woods and is trying to scout round at the side. The other 3 of you walked straight across the driveway up towards it, at which point he opened the door and has leveled a gun at you. And this is where we're going to jump into everything, and we're going to jump right into initiative. Now, I want to remind everyone of how combat works in Delta Green as we get into this. Initiative is literally there's no rolling for it. It's determined by your dex. Higher your dex is, the faster you act in your turn. You get 1 action plus a little bit of a move. Like if you want to step somewhere, if you want to move like a couple of meters, that's fine. You can do that as part of something else. If you want to actually run somewhere, then that's your turn. You get 1 thing you can do per turn. There is the dodge and fight back action if we're dealing with hand-to-hand combat. We'll come back to that if we deal with it. But we're very much dealing with ranged combat at the moment. He's got a shotgun. If you get into melee with him, we'll talk about dodging and fighting back, how you actually do hand-to-hand combat. But for now, you've just got to avoid being shot. And combat in Delta Green is dangerous. A bullet in this game is as dangerous as a bullet is in real life. It is not as, maybe slightly less, I don't know, still imaginary, but it's not like D&D where you take a fireball in the face and keep on coming. If you get shot, you've been shot, and things will go very, very badly for you. It is not impossible for you to be killed with a single bullet in this game. So real nice to be the 3 people who are walking across a clearing towards a man with a gun.
He's got a rifle, not a shotgun, right?
He's got a
That's
rifle.
I thought it was a shotgun.
No, it's
it's
a
a
hunting rifle.
Still,
'cause I
right,
thought
you
we
know-
were going to get scabbed.
Yeah, you did say shotgun multiple times. So it's like that's all right. It's just a hunting rifle.
Apologies,
guys.
it was a hunting rifle. I said hunting
just
rifle
a
when he was
hunting
talking to
rifle.
Jerry. I think
yeah.
I said shotgun when he opened, but
It's
it's a
still,
hunting rifle.
you don't want one of those pointed at you.
You don't want anything.
No.
I don't want anything at all.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
So let's find out what order things occur in this rapidly falling apart situation. Let's get some initiatives. We'll go round. Flake, what is your dex score?
It is. Is it times 5?
No,
Or-
it's just
12.
literally what is your
12.
Dex? Flakes on a 12. How about Lonnie?
16.
16. Lonnie looks like Lonnie's going to be probably going first. Adam.
He's got a 9.
He's got a 9.
He's an older guy, man.
Okay.
You know, it
Makes sense.
Yep.
tracks.
Shut up.
Adam's going to be down there. Now, Pete, you're in this, even though you're tied up. What's yours?
10.
A 10 for
See?
Pete. Okay.
Quiet Pete.
See, he's an older guy.
Norman.
With all the
12.
A 12 for Norman. Oh my god. So, this is going to be okay, and Norman goes in there. Right. The first person to act, cat-like reflexes, makes sense. He's young and in the Matrix. It's Lonnie Oregon, young Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
You are the first to realize that this guy is.
And I sort of assumed that I was kind of at the front of the bunch of us walking up, you
Okay.
know.
But you were going to knock, weren't you?
Yeah,
So,
I was going
yeah.
up. I was about to go up the sort of.
I mean, technically,
Bit to knock,
Colin
so-
knocked.
So
but,
you shove Adam in front of you, and
No, I did
Said
not
that.
actually.
I knocked.
No.
No, I knocked on the first door. On this
Yeah.
cabin.
I was
I was
going
going to say
to
Shania, but yeah,
There's a lot of
definitely.
doors.
That you said, didn't you? Drum, I remember you said you knocked.
they
Yes.
alternate
I
knocks.
see.
That's how you can tell they're a real FBI partnership.
Exactly, yeah.
He does the.
These young kids and their knucks.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, if I think if he's got there's a gun leveled at
There's
him,
a gun pointing at you
he's
right
going to
now.
jump out of the way.
Okay, you can
and hit
leap.
the deck.
You could run behind the car. There's a car parked out.
Yes, that. Yeah, if there's cover,
Yep.
that's exactly where he's going to go.
Cool.
And take his gun out. Obviously.
You run and dive behind. You dive for cover behind the car.
You could have had the first
Could've
shot,
shot him.
man. You could have had the first shot.
Huh?
You could have had the first shot. But now
That's-
you're out of the
I
way.
don't think that's. I don't think that's.
That's one of those moments that. That's
Yeah.
one of those moments that stays with you. The gun
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Lonnie dives
Run
for cover.
away.
That's a realistic reaction.
It's
to
fair
this,
enough.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
He's
not-
a young
yeah.
guy. You know, and bear in mind the last time you were in action, you got shot.
Yeah,
It's true. Yeah,
that's
it's true.
absolutely true.
A lot going
so,
on here.
I mean, how much can I do here?
So
like,
that is basically your go. You run and you
Okay.
hurl yourself behind the car. That's what you take in your action.
okay. So I
You
can't.
I'll let you draw your gun.
Yeah, can I draw
yeah,
my
you
gun?
can draw your gun as part of that.
Can I say anything?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right.
Not
so,
in the ass.
I'm going to say, drop your weapon. This is the FBI.
As you run away.
Yes. Run away. Run away. Dive for cover.
Cover, amazing.
Just 30 metres away.
just to be absolutely clear about timelines. Yeah, Pete, you hear this at the same time. We are now all together in the same moment. You hear Lonnie's voice.
I love the fact in the last episode someone had a gun to us and we like talked our way out of it. Now someone's got a gun. We're like, right, we're gonna fight him.
It's because he's got a big red beard, and you can't trust
can't
people
trust
with
a big
big
red
red
beard,
beards.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
just, you know,
it's just the way that he came out and said, "All right, lawman," like he wants to shoot us.
I agree.
I think you can tell his intention immediately.
what about his
And
missus?
Lonnie was like, "Fuck this."
His missus came out with a shotgun.
This is what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
She was like behind us, and we heard it click, and we turned round.
And she had a shotgun leveled at us.
This is literally what I'm
but
saying.
that's
And she
different.
was
I think
lucky
that's
to
what
get
I
out of that
Yeah.
I think that's different.
with Norman.
It's because he's got a big red beard, isn't
No,
it?
it's,
You're
yeah, all right,
pissed.
fine. It's because he's got a big red beard. You can like she didn't. I don't think
beard.
she had the same intention.
No, she
I
didn't
wasn't. I didn't hear the same intention.
That's
coming
true.
from
No,
her.
you're right. You have reacted in a very.
The second action in this combat is interesting because both Flake, Norman, and the guy act simultaneously. They all have the same decks, so all of them will do what they're. All of them are going to act at the same time.
Nice.
Let's, for the sake of ease, let's start with. I'll start with him. He is going to take a shot at. He's going to take a shot at. It's just two of you left. He's going to pick. He's going to take a shot at Adam Green,
Sure.
Who hasn't even noticed him yet.
who's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what?" He's like,
I'm old.
He's like, I don't know. He's probably going to be like, "What the fuck is Norman gone?" And like turn around. This guy's coming out, gun raised.
Yeah.
He's coming out. He's gun raised. He's going to take a shot. Flake, what are you doing?
Flake, click clicks his mouth, and then he dives to the side. As he dives, he gets out his gun to take a shot.
Okay, Flake, you fall prone and you take a shot.
No, not fall prone, Dan. That made it sound shit. Yeah, he sort of dives.
You dive prone,
springs to the side, but like as he springs, he pulls out his holstered gun. To take a shot. Yeah,
so to be
not just flops on the floor like a sack of meat and then takes his gun out. That sounded shit.
We can make it look how. I just want to you don't get behind the car with this dive.
No. This is a sort of like a dive aside whilst getting out the gun. No, he's facing it down like a proper man.
You dive. You take
yes,
you dive and you take the shot. Norman's
gonna sneak up to him round his side.
Okay, Norman's gonna try and creep up.
That's just creep in it. It's just weird.
All right,
he's so big now as well. He's like this big sort of hulking tank.
So we need a firearms check from Flake. We need a stealth check from Norman. And he is going to make a firearms check against poor Adam Green.
Yep.
Oh, man.
All right.
Am I going to lose my partner already?
13.
2 shots could have been fired. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so that is...
And a warning could have been shouted.
This is true.
So Flake is
fire diets on you lot, yeah.
Flake is pretty good with the old guns now. This is his forte. It's his specialisation, and he got a 32 under an 80. So he is well in his comfort zone. The gun comes out, 80. The suppressor.
It's a hit. Norman.
13 under 60.
Norman gets alongside. Norman is like now creeping along the side of the door as this guy's kind of standing in the doorway, just stepping down. You're kind of creeping along. Maybe there's like a stack of wood or something. And you're just kind of you're almost within pouncing distance of him without him having seen you.
Pouncing distance.
Like a leopard. So let's roll the damage against him. And then I'll tell you what his gunshot does. Because I've rolled to hit.
Cool.
This will happen, whatever. But let's roll some damage.
It's a D10 for damage.
Roll 1d10.
He's not necessarily aiming between the eyes. He's just aiming to, do some damage. Oh, well, that's good because it's 2. So he's trying to sort of like wing him, just to make it put his game off.
I can tell you do wing him.
Yeah. Winging him.
He hits his shoulder. At which point he shoots with a 57 over. He misses. The shot the hit is enough to kind of distract him, and the shot misses Adam. And he goes to he spins back around. It's I don't know how you put another shot in.
Like, it'll be a bolt action probably.
Yeah, they'll have a few shots in.
Yeah, he's got a few shots.
Yeah.
We're going to Pete. Pete, you're sitting in a chair. Your hands are bound and your ankles are bound with rope.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to knock the chair over. So just jostle over. So I try to break the chair.
Yeah, you're not tied to the chair, so you could stand from it if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll do that.
You can kind of hop up. It was more him watching you the whole time.
I'm going to start trying to hop towards the door.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shout, "He's got a gun!"
Yeah, very nice.
Better late than never. You hop along behind him. Well, it takes you your go, but yeah, you're kind of getting up close behind him, still bound. But you've shouted your warning. Thank God. Which spurs Agent Green to action. You're the next one to. Gun you, sir. Well, thank you.
It was definitely him telling you about the gun, not the shot that almost just got you.
Yeah, the shot whizzes past his ear, and he hears he's got a gun as the bullet goes past. He's like, "No shit!" and he runs and gets behind, just same place really where Oregon has gone.
You run into cover as well.
Tough guys, eh?
And he shouts something. He's got his weapon out, obviously. And he's like, "Put your gun down! This is the FBI."
I told him that already.
I'm just reiterating. Sometimes a different voice helps.
Okay.
You're still learning, Oregon.
You're right. Sorry.
Well, it's round 2. Let's see what Agent Oregon has learned, because you're the first one up.
I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay,
I'm going to go and See if I can put him down, because he's already taken a shot. That's enough for me.
Give me a firearms roll. You pop up over the side and you take the shot.
I was worried you weren't a true American secret special agent there, but yeah. Put your gun down. Bang. Yeah, I gave you a shot. I warned you.
A shot at you.
I warned you.
Gave you. Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired indeed.
Also, as you pop up, you can see Norman creeping along the side towards him.
I feel like he might do something worse to him. Let's put this guy out of his misery.
We remember the Molotov cocktail from season 1. It was...
oh, no!
First time Norman tasted blood. Oh, no. What are we talking here?
Yeah, that's a 91. I mean, I'm 70. Over 70.
Bang! You shoot from inside the hut. The window shatters as a bullet goes through the window. It doesn't hit you, Pete, but bullets are flying everywhere. It's missed this guy.
Okay.
Going back round to chaos round.
Can I get back down or like?
You're in cover. You're effectively in cover at the moment, so he will be having. He's got penalties to shoot at you. He can target you, but it's harder for him to hit you. All right, so it's the round of 3. All 3 acting at once. He's going to try and shoot Flake, who is now the person who's on the ground.
So Flake is going to click his mouth again. And then he's going to roll. It's going to do a little sort of rolls to the side and shoot him again.
Okay.
All the while muttering, "Come on, pounce, damn you!"
And the
he's going to try and shoot him like in the knee. So he's like, he's not trying to kill him because we do need to.
That is a cold shot, so that's harder to do, but that's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's you've got basically a minus 20% to your skill for that.
Okay.
Norman.
Now, do I put either I'm going to wrestle him or just literally go up behind him and point the gun at the back of his head?
Wrestling, mate,
but yeah,
surely.
I think.
Come on, you've seen this pecker. You need to finish the job.
I'm going to run over to him and wrestle the gun off him and wrestle him down to the ground.
You're going to try and fight him. Amazing. You're going to try and pin him. All right. Let's roll some dice.
Okay. Unarmed combat?
It is unarmed combat.
Oh no. Even without the minus 20%, that is a miss. That's 87 over 80, so that'd be 87 over 60.
So nearly a critical miss.
Yeah.
God, Ross.
I critically failed.
You could not have critically failed.
Did you get 99?
Yeah.
Wow.
My unarmed combat is 80.
Oh my God. My firearms is 80.
99.
So,
love balloon.
Do you want to flake with that?
Hey. Here's the good news. Hank gets a 97 and misses Flake with his shot.
Oh wow!
You roll and the bullet hits the ground where you were, but it throws your balance off. And when you fire, it misses him as well. It hits the door frame behind him. At which point Norman lunges out at him.
Yeah, here we go, the great pounce.
He steps back. Norman catches his foot on some firewood that's on it, and just falls flat on his face down in front of the man with a gun.
Oh God, you asshole!
Things are not good.
All those months of training.
Pete, you're right behind this guy. You
so
just see me.
My hands are tied in front of me. Yeah?
Yes.
So I could do like a Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double fist.
Try and hit him with both.
Maybe he'll stagger forward and fall over Norman.
Oh, amazing! You hit him with both hands in the back. Give me an unarmed combat roll.
Back or the back of the head?
Back of the head. Yeah, he's unaware that this is coming, so he's not going to try and fight back or anything.
Yeah, 16. My unarmed combat is 50. So
that's a hit. You hit him in the back with all of your strength. It is a roll of 1d4. I think there is a penalty to it. What's your strength score?
Probably terrible. 9.
Okay, so we'll take 1 away from this. So roll a 1d4. We'll go -1.
Also, they're all super strength guys, aren't they? I mean, bullets haven't been able to take these guys down.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
My strength is 7.
4. You do more damage than Flake's bullet did. Hey, with the penalty.
I was trying to wing him.
You hit him in the. You plug him in the back of the head with both fists, and he just falls forward over Norman's prone body and just kind of
It's like that old tactic in cartoons.
yeah.
I gotta roll next to him and I'm gonna trip over him.
That was part of the
What a
plan.
plan.
Or he doesn't fall over, but he like stumbles as you come behind him, and he just becomes aware that you're behind him. Takes us over to Adam.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, you pop up over the side. You take a shot. Bam.
Where's my thing? I'm sorry. Where's my firearms? is it?
Firearm skill.
Firearms. Yes, thank you. All right. It's over 72. Yeah, miss.
It's a miss. So what I will throw in at the moment, there is an action called aim, which you can take in a go. If you aim, then you basically forfeit your go for the round, so you don't do anything this turn. But next turn, the shot that you take against that target has has plus 20% to your skill on it. So you've got more chance of hitting if you want to. So you can take a round to kind of steady your thing. For you guys, most of your firearm skills are pretty good, so it's sort of, you can do it, but it's a good one for if you don't have a great firearm skill.
How close is Pliskin? He's rolling on the floor.
Really close. Like, I was literally, I was behind these two.
He's fallen over on his face.
Yeah,
and the other guy's tripped over. This is the most.
I mean, mine kind of makes sense because, like, obviously the first shot he leapt sideways, so he kept his eyes on him. So he's like, that hit. And the second one, I did. I just rolled about on the floor in classic. I'm just gonna do a little snaky roll. And then he missed. Another
nice even divide between the actual FBI agents and the people who've been through Delta Green before, where the two of you are like, get in cover, shout a warning, start taking shots, and three of you are like,
just hurl ourselves at them.
Incredible. All right.
Who's done damage to him though, eh? Yeah. FBI.
Well, that might
got
change.
A flail uselessly at the assailant.
That might change because it's Lonnie's go.
Oh, Lonnie.
Can we take a shot?
Yeah, I'll take a shot.
This is the one.
Do the Murtaugh shot right at the end of Lethal Weapon.
How did is it Colin's go?
Colin fired a mist.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Cheese die?
Unbelievable. 71 out over 70. That was a warning shot. The next one will not miss.
What about the first one?
That was also a warning shot.
The next one will not.
That was a warning shot for the warning shot.
That was, yeah.
You've had 2 warnings now.
Yeah.
That's 2 warnings.
Don't make it a third because
I
I don't give a third. After that, I start aiming for you.
Incredible. Okay.
That's exactly right.
It's Chaos' turn. Flake, you're on the ground.
He rolls again.
Rolls
and tries to take a shot for that
takes
knee.
another shot.
Yeah.
Norman,
no. Well, hang on. What was he? Is he prone now?
No, he stumbled, but he's still on his feet.
Okay.
Norman, you're on the ground.
Is he looking at shooting me
like
next?
he's kind of he's spinning around in like all of your direction. Like,
I'm going to pull out the knife in my boot and stab him in the foot.
Okay, you try and stab him.
In the foot.
Let's have some. What do you get?
So I miss his knee by an absolute whisker. It is 62 over 60 with the minus 20.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's.
This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I've got an 80 on my firearms, but because I'm trying to go for the knee.
Yeah.
How about the melee?
Can I change what I said I was going to do?
Oh, Norman!
I forgot it was my melee's only 30%.
Didn't train knife. Bought a knife and never trained it. Never trained to use it.
Over.
Okay. You stab at the ground, and he's, but he doesn't make.
He's just going to go.
He. Hank spins around as you stab at him with the foot. You stab at his foot. Flake takes a shot and misses. and he looks around as shots are flying past him from the car of the 2 FBI agents firing. And he spins around, he just sees Pete standing in the doorway, hands bound, directly in front of him. Pete, he looks at you dead in the eyes and just goes, "Help me!" And then puts the barrel of the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. Back of his head explodes, and he just collapses on the floor.
I just get covered in his brain matter, and as it rains down on me on the floor.
Everybody roll sanity.
God damn. Oh, man.
Oh dear.
Yeah, man.
Oh, definitely going down again.
I think I've got a critical success. That is 6 under 60.
6 under 60 is not a critical. A double is a critical.
Oh, double is critical.
But 6 pass you
Past
up.
I've seen people blow their heads off before.
I got a 33 under 45.
33 under 45, critical success. You're absolutely fine.
17
17.
under 65.
You are okay as well, Pete.
Yeah, 59 under 62.
Pete is okay. Pete's not shaken by this. Norman.
No, I am. I lost a sanity
Just in
point.
front of me.
However, Norman, are you adapted
yes.
to violence?
I'm 1 away.
One away from being adapted. Okay, so you lose a sanity point, and you are now adapted to violence. Which means any sanity rolls for extreme violence, Norman, you now know you don't have to roll because you are becoming desensitized to it because of the things you see. The gun clatters the ground, and Hank's body just collapses directly next to Norman.
What the hell was that about?
Goddamn.
What did you do?
I mean, you literally just watched him blow his own brains out.
No, what did he say to you?
Why?
Oh.
Why did he do that? Why?
You can come out from behind the car now, FBI.
I am out from behind.
You're the
car.
FBI too. Why are you calling us FBI?
Nice shooting, everyone.
I give Pete a hug.
Yeah, I hit him.
I start untying Pete.
Nice to see you.
Nobody else is doing that.
Nice to see you, Pete.
Pete, you're okay.
I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Why does this
What
guy
the hell
saying to
happened,
you?
Pete?
What happened?
Well, y'all are shooting in the air and rolling on the floor.
No, I mean...
Oh, before you. How long you been here?
What happened to you? You went into the barn and then...
I woke up in the trunk of a car.
So
you went to sleep in the barn?
How did he do that?
He knocked me out. What can I say?
There was no other cars there, though.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I didn't do it. I was just...
Why did he
there.
say...
We didn't hear anything. He just disappeared.
He disappeared with those eyes.
Yeah, I went out to the barn and you weren't
I'm
there.
here now. What's
Those eyes.
What's the
Lonnie,
last thing you
All right,
remember?
guys.
Lonnie
I
goes
woke
over...
up in the booth and I woke up here.
Okay.
Lonnie goes over to the dead body and examines it thoroughly.
Okay. Are we talking? We talking
tasting
searching
his
it,
brain.
or are
I'm
we
talking,
talking?
I'm talking like I'm looking for. I want to like. Why did he do this? I want to see if there are any signs of. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to check his clothes and stuff, but I also want to see if he's like taken any. Did he look like he was on drugs or like? Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell made him suddenly decide to turn the gun on himself?
You got a skill you want to roll there for me, Sport? What are you thinking? Have a look at it. Look, what is anyone else doing while you're picking out one?
Can I go and check his... Oh, sorry. Okay.
Maybe criminology, would that be?
Criminology is more criminology with more studying like motives and more studying kind of how crimes work. Forensics is good.
Forensics,
Somebody
maybe?
untie me.
Yeah, if you got
All right.
I untie.
I've already said that.
So whilst
you both move in to try and answer.
I've done that. I'm going to go and...
I'm going to search the house
He was
and
drinking
search
lots
that
of
suite.
Okay,
Yeah.
Adam first. So Adam
Thank
unties
you.
him.
Thank you, Daniel.
That's all right.
I'm going to go and check his truck.
Okay, you untie
While
him and then
my
head
partner
for the
does-
truck. You go into Flake goes into the house
So I've
to look at that
swept the house and then swept the ground.
to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
No, just search and make sure there's no one else there.
What is Norman doing while we're doing this? I'm just
standing there.
hugging Pete. So I love that Norman's
okay.
love for Pete
It's
goes back to
okay.
like season 1.
It's okay.
All right.
It's all right.
All right, what do we got?
I got 29 under 30.
29 under 30 scrapes it through.
Yeah,
okay,
just about.
okay. I mean, I'm not going to belittle you by telling you think he died of a gunshot to the head, but there is looking over him. You don't find any sign of kind of there's nothing under the fingernails or anything like that you would like think of as like you'd associate with drug use, or like he doesn't appear to be obviously ill. You don't find anything strange about that.
Okay.
You examine his body, but you don't really.
And I don't find anything on his person that would lead me to believe that like there's no drugs or anything on him.
You find his car. You find the keys for the car. But that's it.
Keys, all right.
So, Adam, you go and examine the car. You search around it. The car is unlocked. Okay. You open the boot. The boot has got several empty plastic bottles of water, empty plastic water bottles in it, and a roll of duct tape.
Okay.
Looking on the back seat, you find there's some tools that look like kind of gardening tools. Yes, it's something to do with his job.
Yeah.
You don't find, and you find some cigarettes in the glove box. That's about it in the car. Inside the house, searching around it,
I got 2.
Very nice.
I searched that house.
Okay. First things safely. There is definitely no one else out here.
Yes,
there's that he was the only person out here, and actually the wood feels suddenly really quiet now. That it's that kind of thing of just like, because the gunshots have scared away any animals. It's real quiet out here now. You find it seems to be a hunting cabin, so it's got a lot of hunting trophies. It looks like this, as we said the other episode, it looks like it was partly under construction. He was, as his wife said, building it at the time, so some of it's not that finished. You find a lot of woodworking tools. You find a couple more hunting rifles. You find some ammunition. You find lots of empty bottles and full bottles of water. Like up to like gallon bottles, the kind of ones, and like big ones that you put in a water cooler. You find a lot of water here. You don't find very much food. There's a little bit of food here, like a packed lunch or something. But yeah, a lot of water, not much food. And the cuddle feels fantastic. That's going around the table. That's what all of you find.
Do I still have my gun?
You find Pete's gun is in the car. Actually, it's on the back seat of the car. You find it is a .40. Actually, yeah, you wouldn't know it's Pete's gun. You find a .44 Magnum on the back seat of the car, and some spare ammunition for it.
Has anyone seen a .44 Magnum silver?
He comes walking up. Yeah, I got this here. This is not regulation. You haven't got regulation, and you haven't got regulation. I want to know what's going on with you three.
We don't answer to you.
Yeah.
Well, if we are going to work together,
what do you want to see my gun?
You need to come clean. Who the hell are you?
What's going on here? If we're going to work, people are blowing their heads off and disappearing everywhere they go.
Just because we've got special guns.
Look, I want to trust you, kid.
Kid?
Yeah, you're younger than me.
So you're a kid. That's true. It's been a while since anyone said that. Sorry,
I know, it's flattering.
It's almost like my actual life.
Flattering, huh?
Yeah, it's really flattering. It makes me feel like I'm not nearly dead.
Now I want to trust you, kid.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to trust the both of you as well. You two. You. I don't know why I'm singling you out here. But we want to trust you, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You don't sound so sure, kid.
Look, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I want to know what the hell's going on. So, tell me what the hell's going on.
We don't know what the hell's going on.
We don't know what the hell's going on.
This guy had the same thing happen to him as Spivey. He was drinking water constant.
Was that a Spivey thing?
Spivey.
Yeah, was that a Spivey thing? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was drinking.
Why was he drinking water?
A lot of water.
Must be something to do with that hypermetabolism or something like that.
Hypermetabolism?
Yeah, when I was in the Ghanaian submarine force way back. We used to have hypermetabolism for this because we got really hot in those tubs. Just drink a lot of water.
Did he go to the bathroom a lot?
I didn't see.
Did you see his pecker? Because Norman saw his pecker.
Unlike Norman,
it was tiny. Look,
I didn't see.
Why are you still looking at? Why are you getting his pecker out, Norman?
Stop that! He's a dead man. It's a crime scene. You can't do that. What the hell?
It's obsession with peckers.
It's just
Norman,
modest.
Can I use?
Leave it alone.
Can I use forensics to inspect? It's like.
To see if it is indeed
fingerprints on his pecker.
If there's any foreign
on his back.
Up his ass.
Isn't that why?
In his head wound.
Head wound.
You're talking about some sort of brain parasite.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Just an on-the-spot brain parasite test.
Give me a forensics, and we'll see. Nope.
Yeah, they normally
You
do.
don't find
In
anything
the
that,
90s, they
Lonnie
used to just sort of poke a pencil in there. I seem to remember, like somebody poke a pencil and be like, "Oh, look what I found!" You're like, "Wow,
Oh, we've solved the case.
look at that! It's got a brain parasite that I just stabbed on this pencil."
It's almost, if he was saying that thing of saying help me, it's almost like he was...
Wait, how do you know that?
Norman would have heard that. Norman was lying at his feet when he said
Yeah,
it.
he
So-
said help me.
He said help me.
He said help me before
Whoa.
he shot
And then
himself.
shot himself.
And then he shot himself.
He didn't say it after he shot himself. Yeah.
I'm going to call this in. We need law
Yeah,
enforcement
we
to come
gotta
and
call this
section off
in.
this.
I know we can't leave this
Something's
body
going on.
here. I assume he
Well,
has
that's what
some
I'm
loved
saying.
ones
Well,
or
I don't think we need law enforcement to section
Well, we
off,
got
'cause we're in a-
somebody.
It's a crime scene. They
got
need
to tell
the coroner's
his
got to
wife.
come, and all that sort
Well,
of
we'll
stuff.
let the local law
arrange
enforcement.
that.
The local law
Do that,
enforcement
yeah.
can do that. I'll call it in. Make sure the law enforcement make sure they get rid of the body, and they tell his wife.
It's almost
I
like
need
he
a
was
coffee.
possessed or something to do that.
Possessed.
Well, like, he was saying help me. You wouldn't say that if you wanted to blow your own head off.
Maybe he was, he's got
Well,
a
like he
case
was,
of the grumpies.
he was
Maybe he was a work job.
He was.
I mean,
like-
he was a hippie.
Like he was being fucking can't think of the word.
A hippie.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Come on, Oregon.
Controlled?
Maybe he was one of those.
Yeah, well, but
We're gonna have a talk.
not-
He was a
not-
vegan.
I mean, not control.
vegetarian.
Are you trying to say abducted?
Not controlled.
No.
Let him speak.
Well, he's having a
I
breakdown.
literally can't think of the fucking
Didn't have anything to do with
He's
his background.
infected. Kill him.
Not bribed. Like someone's got something on you.
Blackmailed.
Blackmailed. Like he's being blackmailed or something.
Maybe he liked to eat steak.
But why would you say help me just before you blew your own head off? Show you.
Well, if someone's holding something over him.
No, but sure you just say help me and then not kill yourself so we can actually help him.
I don't know. What would you say if you were about to blow your head off?
Some people are ill, son. Some
Why?
people are ill.
I know. I've seen some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What
What
is it that you have seen?
I've seen.
Tell us.
I killed a man with some paper before.
What?
Why are you bringing this up now?
It's true. He did kill a man with paper.
Norman, we can't go into this. You know that.
It's why he
Go
can't
into
go to
what?
It's why he's not
Tell
allowed.
us
Can't go
what's
into
going
it.
on.
We
He can't go to any Ryman stationers anymore.
It's above your pay grade, son.
He thrusts.
How do you know what my pay grade is?
I can assume it's above your pay grade. Just dive behind a car and shot in the air a couple of times.
That is FBI training.
Yeah.
Before that, you were shot in the ass.
None of you are following your training, and I don't trust it. So you better come clean. He chucks his gun at him.
Give me
Hey, as a gift.
give me a FBI guys. Give me human checks.
Human.
Human
Oh, human, right.
intuition for Lonnie and Adam.
Human
Okay.
2 over.
Ah,
Crap at reading people.
2 over. Man.
I got 41 under 60.
you're under. So Lonnie, when Pete says it's above your pay grade, you get a sense of something dead serious, and that there's a moment where like you've kind of moved between like these are fucking nut jobs and they're unprofessional, or they're kind of like, but there's just you believe it, there's something in that. It's like he's fucking serious about saying that when he said that.
All right.
It's not just smack talk.
Oh. I see. Okay.
Look,
you're
we
a
better
good
call
kid.
the.
We got to call it in.
Yeah, you're
Adam,
a good kid. Look, I
We
know.
got to call it in.
You've seen some stuff.
I
Let
know.
me tell you. We're on the case.
Look, we should go back to the motel.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta wait for law enforcement to get here first. But then, yes, we should all get some rest.
Oh, no, I
Where do we
think
go
I'll
from
to the
here?
bar.
We've got another dead end here. We need to figure out where we go next. There's been people disappearing, and they've been turning up with some sort of
Everybody's acting real strange.
super strength or something.
The woman that we went to see, the wife of the husband that you
Oh,
got
at the
kidnapped.
barn. What happened there? What was she like?
She was nonplussed that her daughter was missing, and the woman was nonplussed that the husband was missing. Everybody's just acting real weird.
Everyone is acting very, very strangely here.
It's like they don't care.
It's almost like someone's brainwashed them.
What do you think will be brainwashing our whole town?
I don't know, Adam, but something that we don't understand is going on here.
Well, that's
Were they?
for sure.
Were the two women drinking water, Dan?
You didn't see them drink. They made you tea, but you didn't see them like glugging down water at any kind of rate.
Well, there's not so
we
many
got two
places in
males.
town where you could buy these massive gallons of water. It's a small place. Maybe we could go to a local mall and see if anyone's been.
We could go back to that gas station.
Buying a lot
That's
of
where they
water.
sell a lot of the product.
Yeah,
we could
I
ask
think
that
you're right.
kid.
We gotta find another lead.
So we got
nothing.
This
right
kind of
now.
behavior. Is there anything else you can tell us, Pete, about his behavior?
He thought it was Y2K. He thought that the world was coming to an end.
So paranoid.
The
Computers
world was coming to an end.
crashing.
Crashing.
Computers.
Computers, yeah, computers.
Oh, it's a terrible thing, yeah.
You know that whole thing about the computers and tentacles coming
It's-
out of life support machines, all that
Make me-
bullshit.
Yeah. Something
I've seen it.
You've seen it. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It's still.
When I was when I was in
Blake
the
believes in Y2K.
when I was in the Jamaican ski squad,
Right?
yeah, I saw some things.
What,
Let me tell you,
like,
the jungle.
Did you see any snow?
Yeah, well, no.
Jamaica have a bobsled team.
I can tell you that they did have a bobsled team. Yeah, killed John Candy.
working under
You know, it's curious.
Colonel Candy.
Adam
Candy.
calls it in. The law enforcement come and
You
like, section off
you
him.
call it in. You have no reception out here. You're out.
Even with the what's his name?
The CB radio.
CB
Yeah, but I don't-
radio.
I
You
don't
need
think-
to
I
get
don't
close.
think-
You're in the middle of the woods.
Do FBI cars have CB radio? I'm not sure it's something
This
they
one
do,
does.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, does it now?
You got a proper
This one does.
FBI car.
I get a radio. I get my flare gun. I get my
You
my
two stay
VTOL
here.
rocket.
Me and Flake and Pete.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry,
He's
I just
literally
gotta.
stood right there.
I'm missing for 3 hours.
I don't.
My fucking name.
Let's go. We can go call
My
it in.
fucking name, Norman.
Or you two can
I
go.
don't think Pete should leave here. I think he should wait for medical attention.
No, he's fine.
Been tied
I think
up.
Pete's
He
all
might
right.
be dehydrated. Oh yes, you're a fucking nurse, are you?
Yeah,
You're
look at
a
him.
fucking
He's fine.
doctor.
We've worked with him for many
What do you
years.
think?
I can tell you now that there's plenty of water
Again,
there.
you're not following regulation. When someone's been kidnapped, they need medical attention.
And we're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So we'll go and get some. He can rest.
Hey.
Have some of that water.
Adam, I really think we need to stick with these guys. I think we need to stick together. Whatever is happening to these people, I don't want it to happen to one of us while the others aren't looking.
You want to leave
Yeah,
a
but
crime
You
scene?
we need
understand what I'm saying?
we need someone to
Got a
stay
point.
here
The
at
kid's got a
the.
point.
We need someone to stay here at the
crime scene.
crime scene.
Why?
So, well, you know,
He's fucking
Check.
dead.
There's nothing
bears
here.
could eat the
No,
body.
let's all go.
No,
the body in
you
the
can't
house.
leave the crime scene. You know this, Oregon.
Yeah, I know this, and yet I'm saying, I think Adam, we got to bend the rules this time.
Can I make a human check? We
gotta do it.
Like going. I don't understand his craziness.
To try and get an idea of where his brain's at.
Oh man,
You are old,
it's
aren't you?
80 as well,
He's having a bad day.
and I'm just rolling over 80 every time.
The brain fog's strong.
no, it's not brain fog. This is like pure. Like no, this is not the way we do things.
All right, you
Adam,
stay
I
here.
know, but listen,
Sometimes you
listen
gotta
to me.
break.
Stay here.
Adam, you got to trust me. I don't want to leave you here. Please.
I'm not going to be left here. One of you needs to stay with me, and the rest of you can go and call it in. We don't even need 4 people to go and try and see what's going on. We need one person to go back.
I'm
The
not
rest of us can
staying
stay
with
here.
you rules, man. You sometimes got to bend and break the rules.
I bend and break the rules when I need
to bend the case.
Have you?
Yeah, do you ever think about that, bending the case?
Just as a question for the group to consider, have you thought about what are you going to call in when you contact the local sheriff? What are you going to tell him has happened here?
Suicide.
Well, they see by the bullets, like the trajectories of the bullets, that there was a gunfight and he turned the thing on himself.
Yeah, it seemed like Hank had lost his mind, and he engaged us in a gunfight, and then turned the gun on himself.
Yeah, but if we leave the crime scene, then that could all change. So it's like, That's why Adam is adamant.
We
shouldn't.
all right, fine.
But you couldn't actually you couldn't go to your patrol car because your car is miles away.
Yeah, the car's 2 hours walk.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't call it in from there. You might have reception
so I haven't
if you
done
get
that.
back
So
down
we're going to
there,
have to move the log. So I guess we could get an axe and go and do that, and then bring the car, and then maybe we'll get reception.
All right, maybe I'll do that because I'm pretty strong.
All right, us guys will go. We're gonna get the car, bring it up here.
Okay.
You don't
It's an
need
axe
3
side.
people going.
I'm gonna need some help shifting the log. It's pretty fucking big.
Okay.
I'll stay here. I'll wait for the car.
That's a good
Sit
idea.
down.
All right, so the 3 of you sit down, and Norman and Flake, you take a couple of axes from the cabin, and you head back down to. You start chopping through the log.
Flake,
What's
Want
your
to hear the
strength?
story of how I got this gun?
So Norman, you've been off doing all these weights. Yeah, is it just for show?
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
you've got strength of 7. I've got strength of 17. Like I'm just made of wiry, tough muscle sort of thing.
right.
It's all for show. He's like,
Put your back into it, Norman. Come on. You're barely scratching
those
the bark.
guys. We're gonna have to kill them.
What?
They're asking so many questions about Delta Green. We're gonna have to kill
No,
them.
they haven't started asking questions about Delta Green. Because you've been acting so fucking weird.
Yeah, but they're asking questions. We can't
Put
keep
your back
this
into
up.
it. What are you doing? Stop
Can't
tickling
keep
this
this
log.
up for much longer. The old guy, he's gonna find out, and we're gonna have to shoot him in the head and
It's not
kill
the
him.
old
And then,
guy.
oh my god, we're gonna have to kill him. Oh god,
Norman, pull yourself together.
what?
But
Both of your phones beep at that point as you're further down. You
got signal.
You've finally got signal being down out of the hill. You have a look. Both of you have about 10 missed calls from Special Agent Derringer at the FBI, and you have a voicemail. Both have a voicemail message. Or Flake, you have a voicemail message left.
Play it.
Damn.
Hey,
I play it.
Pifkin, it's Derringer at the FBI. I don't know why I needed to interrupt this. Why I needed to say all of that. You saw my name on the... Do I sound suck? Should I re-record it? Never mind. Listen, we did some further tests on Spivey. We're sending our mutual friends are sending a carrier with some supplies for you that you might need. We think there might be more to the alterations made to him. It might be a way to detect any of the changes. Keep your heads down. Keep working on this. Try not to rile up local law enforcement. You're close to this. If you need anything, call me. But be careful. I don't know who to trust out there. Click. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.